what's up? It's Naomi and welcome to my channel. If you clicked on this video, I'm guessing that you struggle with poor posture like me, or just because you want to know the benefits of having good posture, if you already have good posture, or just curious to see what just one person's journey looks like. For me, I can say without a doubt that I've had poor posture most of my life. My height is 5'9.5", and I feel like that definitely contributed to me having poor posture through my schooling years. And people often want to know, why are you making these changes all of a sudden? Like, why now? What could possibly be so important that's encouraging you to snap out of it and make these healthy changes? I think there's about 3 of them, and one of them is that I've started to get more into yoga these days. I feel like, well, I think yoga is good for everybody, and part of yoga, a big part of yoga is your breathing, and I just like to maximize the breathing that I'm able to get while I'm practicing yoga and trying to relax and decompress. And I feel like breathing is becoming more and more known to be this important thing that we all need to do to be able to survive, and that there's certain ways to breathe and that there are certain ways not to breathe. Shallow breathing, as an example, is something that many people with poor posture share in common. Also, another point that I wanted to mention is that I think another reason for most people these days that causes them to get that forward head posture, or at least encourages it further, is the use of cell phones, obviously. I'm hoping that through this experiment, I guess I'll call it, or experience actually, that I'll try to challenge myself to be on my phone less, especially when I catch myself doing that downward motion. Yeah, just another quick side note. Hey, coming at you guys to finish off with my third and final reason for why I think it is important to correct my poor posture once and for all. And this one is probably the most important. The fact that how you carry yourself affects how you feel about yourself, I think, and how you think about yourself, and how others see and treat you. I think it's important to fix poor posture and with how it relates to your self-confidence for yourself, because ultimately you have a certain way of acting and treating yourself when you're not around others. And I guess what I'm trying to say is I want that to be the same as when I'm out and around other people, but in the right way. It's nice because you can see it reflect you can see your self-confidence reflected in your posture, and it's like, I really like the physicality of that and that it's trackable. But yeah, that is my third and final reason. Sorry for all the rambling, but I thought it was important to share. these photos here, the before and after for each challenge, I guess you could call it. They both look horrible, but I will say that I must have been sitting a lot more or doing something, because my anterior pelvic tilt, you can see my hips are jutting out like way, it looks like I'm like leaning back, and I'm not 100% sure like the physiology behind that photo, but I think it has to do with having weak glutes for sure, and a tight chest and weak back muscles as well. So that whole right photo is just misaligned. Looking ahead at day 15 in the mix now, you can see that things are moving in the right direction for sure. Like for instance, the anterior pelvic tilt in the third photo is looking better than the one on day 1. It looks like my organs are stacked on top of each other more, if that makes sense. And I know my shirt isn't tucked in like it was in the middle, but I do see like more of a straight alignment, at least in the back, from like the shoulders to the glutes. But it could be better. Like the pelvic tilt could be corrected further, I think. It looks like my ear, my neck, and my shoulder area, that top area, it's wanting to kind of see that shift happening there, or at least beginning to happen, but still strain on those muscles in that area. So yes, it's moving in the right direction, but as someone who's looking for like transformative changes here, like it's not giving. The shirt that I'm wearing, you can see that the pelvic tilt has corrected itself more, not quite all the way of course, but it's moving in the right direction, and I'm happy about that. Looks like my glutes are further back than they were on day 15. However, the neck, shoulder, ear alignment, yes, it's slightly better potentially. I'm actually not quite sure. That area seems to be my problem spot more than anything. Like definitely for me, this correction is twofold. Majorly, like for me, it's the anterior pelvic tilt, and then just that whole section where my neck, ear, and shoulder are just like at different angles, all three of them. Overall though, there was progress. Like there was definitely an improvement, like especially compared to that photo from over a year ago, but it's not quite the like, and maybe I'm expecting too much, I guess, devil's advocate here, like maybe for having years of like damaging posture, maybe it's going to take more than a month for me to correct that, but I would like to keep exploring other options, because I think this has helped kind of train my body to become more posturally aware, but I don't think that like connection to my brain and my muscles are happening quite yet. And so I'm not going to stop here. I am going to look at other options and see if we can make any further changes from there on out. So obviously, as you were able to see throughout the video, I was able to make progress, and any progress is something that I'm definitely happy with. But I think the method was a little too relaxed, if that makes sense. Like I think over time I would continue to make differences in the way that I, stand and everything. But I think for me, because of just how bad things are, just with just how tight my muscles are, yoga helped. But I think now I need to maybe wake up those muscles that have been not carrying enough weight just because of tightness in my body. So I'm going to, again, like try something new. So watch for that, episode 2. I believe that it will correct itself, and yeah, just don't give up. Just quickly take the time to thank you guys for watching my video. If you are just watching this for for fun, or if you're actually trying to also come along with me and change your posture. Either way, I really appreciate you watching, and it's just crazy to me that you know, there are people who are vested in this as well, and it excites me. And I hope to see you in episode 2. We'll see what happens.